Hey fishos, my goodness, what a perfect time of year, absolutely fantastic. No doubt you're all on holidays, which is a bit rough for me, because I ain't, but anyway, look, Merry Christmas to you all. Look, appreciate you supporting us through the year. It was absolutely fantastic, one of the best years we've ever had, so absolutely amazing, thank you very much. But the more important thing is, when you're travelling away this year, be really careful. There's going to be a lot of strange people on the road, and take it easy, take it slow. You got plenty of time to get there. The fishing is phenomenal. Just speaking of Meso, down in Lavington, Compleat Angler, and one of his best mates was up at Dartmouth the other day and absolutely cleaning up on the trout. He was bait fishing, but scrubbies and that sort of thing, doing really well. A lot of little fish. I think you'll find that if you dragged a few fenders and cowbells around or lures, lead line could be a must at the moment, because as you can see it's warming up a little bit, and those trout are going to go down a bit, especially if it's glassy calm. You'll get some good fish, I can assure you of that. All of extremes. This is probably the best we've seen them for a long time. Conditions are absolutely spot on. You'll pick trout up anywhere in those streams, whether you fly, lure or bait, so feel free to go down and chase a few. Hume, look, it's fantastic. It's absolutely incredible bit of fishery at the moment. Yellows have been a little bit on the patchy side, but there's plenty around, slow rolling grubs, that sort of thing, even trolling and that. You've got to find them obviously. And this week, same with redfin. Once you find a patch, you will absolutely clean up, but they're not spread out everywhere. So have a bit of a nosy. I'd cod amongst the yellows and the reddies as well. The trout are slowed right down there. The river below, absolutely fantastic. They're getting a few cod out of it, getting a few yellows out of it. It's a little bit lower at the moment. They're not letting us much water out of the Hume Weir. Moala, bit of an issue. Oh well, it's fishing all right, but you got to work hard for them. It's chock-a-block full of weeds, so it's pretty hard for most blokes. I'm strongly recommending a big weedless plastic, about 8-10 inch plastic. Got plenty on the wall here. So come in and I'll give you a bit of an insight how to rig them up, or you can buy them already rigged. Don't worry about that, we've got you sorted there. Into Wagga, Lake Albert. Look, this is just spectacular, this spot at the moment. I'm only hearing of a percentage of the fish getting caught there, but it's blowing my mind, like it's fantastic. The big cod, absolutely amazing. A lot of yellow belly, casting, trolling, bait fishing, doesn't really matter. Walking the bank casting spinner baits, absolute way to go. Early morning, right up till about sort of 9 or 10 o'clock, perfect. Now, one of the things I do suggest, because we're catching a lot of big fish down there at the moment, got to look after them a little bit. We've spent years putting them there, so we don't want them to be roughly treated. So, and especially with the younger kids, because it's pretty hard for them to lift a big fish, I'm suggesting get a quick photo, but in the water, just hold them up in the water, support them in the water a little bit, unhook them, let them go, and good on yous, because you're doing a great job. It's absolutely fantastic, and the more of yous get out there, the better. The more big fish I see, and I've been waiting for that for a lot of years, I can tell you now. Absolute wrap with that. Now, the Murrumbidgee River, it's still high, but it's fishing well, clear enough to spin. Bait fishermen are doing really well, getting plenty of fish out of it, getting plenty of cod, few yellows, but that's pretty typical of our river. A few trout cod moving around again, so it looks real promising. So go and give it a hit. It's going to be great over Christmas by the looks of things. Flowering Dam, spot on. Lots of good redfin coming out of it. The cod and the yellow belly are a little bit tough, but I reckon they're all feeding on the redfin, because there's huge amounts of reddies up there at the moment. Get some big reddies too, so it's worth the effort. Tumut River, it's fishing all right, but it's high. It's going to be up and down a little bit depending on the flows from the dam. Cross our fingers, hope they drop it a little bit for the holiday break. We'll see what happens anyway. Talbingo, good. Don't normally say that about Talbingo, do I? But look, it has been good for a little while now. Getting some very good trout out of it, some good redfin. Certainly worth the effort out of there. Tentangra, Yukonbean, Jindabyne. How good do you want these dams? They're as good as they've been for as long as I can remember, to be honest with you. Tentangra, catch more fish than you can count. It's absolutely incredible. And I actually remembered what lure it was this time. Little Yakamito X-Crank, that's the one. They're getting stacks of fish on that, but Tassies have been dynamite fishing as well. Had a couple of people sent me some emails the other day. They got 47 the other day on Tassies, just trolling around. Hookup rate was good on the Tassie Devils, to be honest with you. So yeah, but the old X-Crank, can't beat the thing. absolutely fantastic. A lot of small fish, some good fish out of it, but Yukon bean, a lot of good fish, quality stuff. Jindabyne, same story. Wangler Dam, it's fired up nicely. Trolling, casting, bait fishing, doesn't really matter all that much, to be honest with you. Getting plenty of fish out of it. Barren Jack, looking real promising. Plenty of redfin, no shortage of those. Getting some really good cod out of it if you put in the time. The cod fishery this year hasn't been as good as previous years, mainly because there's so many redfin around, and this is just my theory, so it's not fact. I make stuff up all the time, but they're getting some really good cod, but I reckon the big cod are feeding on all the reddies, and that's why it's hard to catch big cod at the moment. But there's plenty of small cod getting caught, few yellows, lots of reddies, looking promising. I think I covered most of it, but if you need any more info, give us a tingle at the shop, and don't forget to have a great Christmas. This is a Compleat English Fishing Report. See you later.